Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. It is Friday, so you already know we are trading options. We're reviewing our plays from this week, and we are stacking those assets. Well, it's been a wonderful day. We sold a little bit riskier of MSTX puts. So far, it has paid off. The stock pulled up absolutely a massive amount this week, but we sold safe deltas, so we are in the clear. We are stacking the assets. You can see we are up 2.14% for the day. For the week, up 132. For the month, up 622, 3 months, 4,210 or 54%, 1 year, about 50%, and all time since we opened this account almost 2 years ago, we're up 87.87% or 5,576. So almost doubled up our money here. Not too bad, and we do it selling covered calls and selling cash cure puts. As of right now, we are full cash in the account, so we are just selling puts only, and we are just slowly stacking it up until we do get assigned. But I was slightly hoping that we would get assigned this week. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so we're making this video on Friday instead of on Monday because I have some moves that I need to make. MSTX is trading pretty much sideways today, and we need to make a little bit of money with it. So what do we have on the table? Well, we have the two MARA 17.5 puts up $16 as of right now. Those are super safe, super low capital plays. And then we have the two MSTX puts at the 42 up $114 on them. We can close them right now for about 0.08, but what we're going to do is we're going to roll these out. Average credit on this was $130, and then like I said, we're up 114. So we could let this expire worthless, but MSTX, I really like it at this level, especially for the capital that I have in this account. It allows us to get with it, and we are approaching some support levels that I think the risk reward might be worth it. Obviously, high risk being a 2x leverage on MicroStrategies, a big play on Bitcoin, but I think it's worth it. First things first, I want to take a look at the chart here and just show a couple levels of support, right? So we have a lot of support at that psychological level around the $40. And the fib level 0 on the hourly chart at 40.21. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we have a couple lower, right? 39.31, 34, which we tested last, what was that, on maybe December 31st, and then, or December 30th, December 31st, and then we have all the way down to the 26th, and then on the daily chart, we're looking at here, obviously we see the 34, and then, oh my gosh, it's just free falling below there. So high risk asset, but I think we do have some support levels that we can bounce off. If we can get a nice recovery on Bitcoin, I think this thing could snap back, and we've held our ground today. Obviously this stock was what, 60 just a few days ago, right? This stock was back on January 6th. We were sitting around that $60 mark. So I think we are going to make a play on this, and I'm going to roll some options out. So we have this option on the table. We're going to come in here. We're going to roll the position. We're going to book the W for this week, which means we're just going to close out last week. We'll buy to close that, and we'll sell to open a new put. Now, if we win at the 42 strike again, which is super, 65% chance of profit, we could collect $590. Now, is it tempting? 100%. Are we going to do it? Absolutely not. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're probably not going to play as safe of a delta because I really do want to get assigned. I want to show the call side of this, and I want to will and deal in and out of some stocks. But I want to protect my capital. Obviously, we're almost at a 90% win. And yeah, I want to keep it that way. So we're going to come down here, and I've been looking at probably that 36 to 38 range, right? So if we did the 38 range, we're talking about a $300 week, which absolutely smashes our goals. And then, but like we said, we saw some support at the 39, the 34, and the 26. So if we go to 36, we're talking about just under $200 for the week. Both of them absolutely smashed my goal, but I want to get assigned on these, so we're going to run 2 at this delta. If we come here and we actually look at this position, we're talking at a delta of 0.2296, chance of profit 75%, so high risk here. But I think it's worth taking. So we're going to come here and see if we can get a fill here. We might end up having to move the strikes around a little bit. Oh, just like that, filled. So $296 we're going to collect there. Again, this is a higher risk play. We released $800 worth of collateral because we rolled it down and out, which will be nice as we come into our next play. We now have $1,137 available, but we want to make a MARA play as well. So we're going to come in here. We're going to buy to close both of these just to make things clean. We're going to close those for $2, and we're going to book the W there, and we're going to free up our collateral. So there's 2 things we can do here. We can either run another MSTX put, or we could run probably 3 MARA plays. If we come in here on the MARA and we want to diversify the assets a little bit, MARA's down a little bit today, sitting at 17.94. If we came into next week and we sold the put, and we're talking about, I don't know, let's say maybe the 16, we could get 2 in there, right? We're talking about 3,100. We almost can get 3, but we just don't have enough. That's $4,700 worth of capital, and we only have 4,600. So we're a little bit off there, but that's $56 on our money there. Then on the flip side, if we go over here and we go back to MSTX, and let's just say we want to do a super safe one, right? So let's do trade options. We go the 17th, and we already have the 38th. So let's go down. Let's just keep going down the chain and see what we could do. At the 23, let me just see what the bid ask is this. Obviously, yeah, the mark's only 10, so no money there. In that one, obviously the probability of getting assigned these is super, super low. We could come down here to something like the 29. That's going to pay 25 bucks. But for me, let's just leave it the 2 at MSTX, and then let's do a couple on MARA. I am totally okay getting assigned MARA. This one just, what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, this was just a $25 stock a month ago. Trade $27 stock. So let's see what we can do here. We're going to come down here. We're going to trade 83% chance of profit at the 16, sitting at a 0.16 delta. Let's trade the 15.5 and let's do 3 of them. That's going to give us $4,600. We have just enough to get that done. We're going to get $36 on the trade. And together that's going to be, what, I don't know, $325. Oh, we ended up getting nice. We ended up getting 39 on that. So that's 39 on the trade. That uses up all of our collateral, and we absolutely smoked it there. So my hope is that we get assigned on the MSTX. Actually, I'll take both of them, MARA and MSTX. If we get assigned at those levels, we can get some nice call premium. My break even on MSTX, if assigned, is going to be $36.45 if we do get assigned. And that is just taking the strike that we chose minus the premium that we were just given for selling the put. So those are the 2 plays for this week. $60 worth of contribution, count sitting at 11,919. One thing I want to do is I want to jump in here and let's just get that all documented, right? So MSTX 200, what strike did we sell it at? Let's come here. I think we did the 16 on MARA. Let me just pull this up again. Apologies there. 15.5 in the 38. So we're going to come here and we're going to do the 38, and then we're going to do the 15.5. Boom. So we have both of those puts in there. This one we received 296. This one we received, what was it, 39? And just like that, 3.9% on our money with the high MSTX risk play, and then 1.3% on our money with the MARA play at a safer delta. What does that put us at for the month? $483. Holy, we are absolutely slaying the goal. When we looked at the goal, for this month, it is $340. You can see it here. Options revenue, $340 is a goal for the month. We just surpassed it by $142, and we are at $483 as of right now. Now, of course, could things go sideways this week? Yeah, they possibly could. Could the stock absolutely drop like crazy and then we want to roll? Yeah, it's totally possible. But as of right now, that's the credit we've received, and that is the play we are making, and we are ahead of the game. So let's take a look at where we're at. The goal, a reminder, the goal for the end of the year is to get $5,143 worth of annual income. If we do that, our potential balance is just over $18,000. So how are we stacking up against that? Well, in the traditional IRA, we're about 65% of the way to our $18,184 goal, and we have surpassed and gone, we are $142 over our monthly goal of the $340. Annual options, we're about 9.39% of the way to our $5,143 goal, and this is the base case, right? When we set up this base case, this was what, 3%, I think? 3% is what we set it at. Let me just move this up a little bit. Yeah, 3% goal. So our base case goal was 3%. If we can surpass this, then we will grow the snowball even faster. So you can see here the graph obviously is showing the 483. Things are looking good. Where does our money come from? All MSTX and MARA. $426 from MSTX, $57 from MARA, totaling $483. We are off to a good start for the year, and we are slowly chipping away at our goals as we get towards that $18,000 balance by the end of the year. And we continue to deposit, sell cash secure puts, and covered calls. But that's the trade for this week. Higher risk on MSTX, lower risk on MARA. Big pullbacks this week, so we wanted to take advantage of it. Hopefully you guys are appreciating the comment. The content. Don't forget to drop a like. Happy investing, and we'll catch you next week.